Greetings friends. One of my sources is a benevolent alien. His name is Mithisicphephics. These messages are derived from face-to-face meetings, not from channeling of any kind. Message number 3. Mithisicphephics explains confusing dimensions with different levels of the third dimension. To clear up much confusion in regards to the often poorly misused phrase, dimensions, when referring to other existences. Another dimension is another reference point, for viewing and observation, undetectable by the standards of previous dimension. The scales of frequency in a given dimension define how the brain functions and is developed in their stages of activation, with consequent changes in the genome sequence and direct changes in the DNA of societies and people in that dimension. Another dimension is a different level of quantum energy. It does not interact with different dimensions, as their matter does not touch. Example. It's like you want to touch your shade with your hand. You know that the shadow exists. It is real, but is subject to the existence of a light source. It is only the absence of energy. A being from another dimension could never be seen with your eyes of the third dimension, even if he wants to be showing you. When I say you confuse dimension with levels of frequency, it is because you have not realized that there is no physical possibility of the matter interaction between dimensions. You are the zero level of the third dimension. Even the beings Grulian, level 8 of our third dimension, cannot see beings of the fourth dimension, because it is impossible. You can see the Grulians and dozens of other breeds of various levels of brain activation, as they are all in the same dimension. The Grulians, like many other superior races, can prevent minds less activated, even realize his physical presence, with a simple blocking of these brain images. I, of level 5 can also do this. I would be expounding on the many differences in the 10 levels of brain activation of the third dimension for hours, and you would fall all over yourself about the utopia of talking about multidimensional contacts. Keep in your minds that the whole universe in which we live is in the third dimension. The fourth dimension lives in a totally different level of energy, off the third dimension. Only your spirit, or as we call it, our light, goes to an intermediate level belonging to the fourth dimension, while waiting for your return to the school of the third dimension. The earth will not for the fourth dimension, nor if you all die, so that the earth is not going anywhere, just you. Any well-meaning person, talking about interaction with other dimensions, you can be sure that they are confusing the meaning of the word dimension. With different levels of brain activation of the third dimension. Maybe this idea has been inculcated into your popular culture by your elites, and it seems that they had enough effect. Many of you, 20 to 30%, will now get to level 1. Your brains will become a new phase of activation, and your DNA for future generations will be rewritten in the gestation of your new child. I'm pretty sure that in this new phase, not to speak more in another dimension, when you begin to know races of various levels of brain activation, will better comprehend the concept of the third dimension of our universe that we all live. Look, I do not have the habit of poeticizing information, and not to include religious connotations. I'm technical. I know many of you enjoy storytellers, citing references of your cultures or religions, but facts are facts. In our culture we say that for a good listener, half word is enough, so we seek to speak little, and understand much. I believe being as clear as possible so that everyone can understand this.